Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and welcome back to another TED Talk. Not TED Talk, Toy Talk. My goodness. It'd be funny if someone did a TED Talk about toys. But anyway guys, I want to give you guys an update on how my customizing is going. I've been spending a lot of days just putting action figures in hot water and taking them apart and seeing what works, pretty much. And as you guys can see, this is pretty much a completed custom that I did. This custom that I made is for one of pretty much my untitled fantasy project that I still haven't actually made a script for. So I don't want to give you guys too much information, so we're just going to call this guy Trenchcoat Swordsman for now. So what I did was I took the trench coat off of the Star Wars Black Series client. I just thought that was like a really good jacket and I liked it a lot. Another thing I kind of like about that jacket is if you want, you can kind of bend the plastic a little to kind of get more of a like dynamic, and it'll actually kind of stay there. I was thinking about making a little slit in between the coat here, so you can kind of get a little more dynamic movement out of it. I'm not going to try to do that right now. The client is a fairly easy body to get, like a figure. He's not awfully expensive, so I might get a couple more so I can experiment with this trench coat, see how it does, how it holds up if I try to like dye it different colors or if I try to paint it. I'm more open to trying to paint just like singular pieces like this trench coat. You could probably paint that, and the only reason I say that is because it's not gonna really be rubbing up against any joints. I'm trying not to paint anything where there'd be any rubbing up against joints, which I have heard that you can get around that by sanding down the joints of your figures, but I'm trying to avoid doing that at all costs. I only want to do that if, maybe I have a piece of a figure that I just really want to paint. So the primary objective for me is to try to find pieces of figures that go well together without having to paint them or dye them. But since we're on the subject of dyeing, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute, I have a bunch of custom fodder bodies here. Here they are, and I'm pretty much going to be practicing dyeing on all of these. I found some black synthetic dye. In the early days when I was trying to make customs, I made the mistake and didn't buy the synthetic kind. And apparently the synthetic kind is better at actually dyeing plastics and whatnot. So I'm going to use the black synthetic dye, and I'm going to just put all of these pieces in there, let them soak, let them absorb that dye, and see how they turn out. This body is one that I'm planning on using for my Star Wars project that I mentioned, my Stormtrooper project. I want to dye this guy all black. I'm gonna throw the helmet in there too. This is the body from that special George Lucas Stormtrooper. So I pop the head off. I'm gonna pop a different person's head under here, but I'm gonna dye this body black, and I'm also gonna dye the helmet black and kind of make him kind of like a shadow trooper. And this other body, this is a body I'm also planning on using for my untitled fantasy project as well. I got this is a Bodhi from Rogue One. I thought his body was pretty good, considering the fact that it's like a Imperial jumpsuit kind of thing going on. And since Bodhi's kind of cheap, I was planning on getting quite a bit of these. I'm kind of messing around with them, just making different like Imperial engineers or whatnot. Here I got a Quicksilver body. Also plan on using this for my Untitled project. And then I took this lower skirt part off of a Ghostbuster figure. I think what's her name, Dana. I already bought 2 Danas, and they were kind of hard for me to take apart, at least around the like arms. It was hard for me to pull the arms off because, and I guess it's just how Hasbro made figures at that time. They were a little harder to take apart. As you can see, I dipped this torso in hot water, and I was able to pop the head off, and I was able to pop the torso off. But when I tried to pull the arms out, they came right out of these rings, and now the rings are stuck in there. And it's a little disappointing because I was really planning on using this Ghostbuster figure as like a base for another character, but because I really like this torso piece. But if I can't pull these arms out, then there's not a whole lot of customizing I can do. And it's actually not as easy to stick these arms back into the ring as it might seem. So I might scrap using her torso, but I'm definitely using this lower skirt piece. I'm gonna be dyeing that black as well, because I can still dye this piece and then use it on another body. So yeah, probably on the next Toy Talk, I'll have already dyed most of these, and you can see how they look. But before I go, oh well, actually there's one more custom. Yes, this one is also for my Untitled project. I got the I don't remember the name of this character, but she's a figure from Star Wars Acolyte, and I took her base body and then I added the Mon Mothma arms, which I think look really good. I was kind of going for like a warrior nun kind of thing, but I really like this base body. I kind of like the baggy like pants. You can see like the wrinkles in them and stuff. A lot of Star Wars figures don't really have that. A lot of the stuff kind of seems more skin tight, but this figure actually isn't too hard to get either, so I'm definitely planning on getting some more of those, and I will be messing around with like dyeing them some different colors to see how they look. Haven't decided on a head yet. I took that other head off because I haven't decided on what head I want to use yet, but I'm really excited about this figure, and I think they're going to turn out pretty good. But before I end this video, just wanted to give you guys a little update that I got my new laptop, and I'm going to be using that to edit my videos. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I've been working on right now. Right now I'm working on a Figure Fighter Battle Royale, and I'm really excited for you guys to see that. So it's taken a long time because the way I edit, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I hope to be done with it by mid-April. I wanted to be done with it by March, but things happened, and yeah. But anyway, I am not going to ramble anymore. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos, and I will catch you later.